I wonder if your device can help us.
I'd be willing to help out. Perhaps even in exchange for some help with some research.
I was gonna say.
If you want us to get your holodeck to work, you will trade these. Yes.
Roll persuasion with advantage. All right, mate. Welcome to Forge Lore. We tell stories for Dungeons and Dragons. Quick, sound the announcement horn. The cast of Forge Lore will be guest players in a one-shot over on the Rulebook optional Twitch channel. DM Drew will be leading all of us, plus Kate from their channel, through his steampunk homebrew world in an intriguing noir story. Do you like robots mixed with magic? Well, probably, since you're watching this show. So join us Thursday, December 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/rulebookoptional. And yes, we'll still be streaming Skald earlier that day, so get a double dose of fantasy sci-fi fun.
I'm gonna be your robot.
And now, for a single dose of D&D. Roll it.
And Eric fucking
Guys, what are you doing? Come on, dude. Let's start the show.
You dick.
About to be a meteor storm on Thorn. Do you guys remember when you were attacked in your sleep? Marcus attended a vigil. Cydric tossed someone to their doom. Gendry scared the piss out of a guy. And Nif did some tinkering with Oscar. In your journey to the Speki Library to learn more about the ancient AI being many, you explored a bit of the city of Midgard, located in the middle of the megastructure Bifrost Bridge. There, you discovered a part of the town seems to be run by the Kelris crime syndicate, which Marcus recognized as his mother's side of the family that murdered much of his own family. After the three men of the group gathered some more information on the family, they came back to the halfway home inn to get a night's rest before heading to the library in the morning. However, Marcus was awoken by a blade in his abdomen, placed there by an assassin. You guys fought off a group of the assassins, keeping one alive and bound for questioning. And that is where our story continues. So, you find yourselves on the 9th top level of the halfway home inn. Bit of dead bodies scattered around. Couple fell down the stairwell down to the inn. You hear a bit of hubbub down there in the distance, as you know, you'd expect, considering a couple bodies just crashed down to the floor. And you also, as Gendry came out of his room, he didn't realize he still had his mask up, and then tucked it back in his shirt after you guys saw. Yeah, Gendry, why don't you describe what they saw?
The top portion, the top third of it was regular Gendry type face. Pale skin, blonde hair, and whatnot. But it seemed as though underneath was a very emaciated, kind of looking wrong, sort of deformed, sort of face, and of the jaw piece, the jaw was a little bit off, and yeah, it wasn't great, man. It was not great. I think perhaps you might have also seen one of his eyes, the eyes just very, very much so, just like the rest of him. It just looks wrong. It looks not altogether well. He doesn't look well, guys. He looks like he's having some trouble. Yeah.
So we hear stuff at the bottom of the stairs where two bodies have fallen over?
You hear a bit of hubbub, yeah.
You already put the mask down, or is it still up?
Yeah, I think upon, or I don't know, did I?
Yeah, as
'Cause
soon
we were
as
doing
you
some
exited,
combat.
you
Like-
stuffed it back in.
Yo,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, because I remember we were debating it, but...
Josh has something.
Yeah, Cedric.
My stomach just rolled. So before we, my stomach has something to say too. Jesus Christ. Before we actually interrogate the guy that Gendry tied up, I like to quickly check the bodies to see if there's any sort of like orders or symbols or something on their person
Ooh.
that.
I'll assist him with that. Do you
I'll
want to?
also assist.
Do you want advantage, or do you want me to roll as well?
I would also like to look for
Advantage is
money
fine.
on them.
Okay.
All right.
Because I have a +10 to investigation.
So Cedric,
Oh.
roll with advantage. And
Or I have
Marcus,
a
you can do
+12
your
to investigation.
You can do your own investigation for gold.
Yep.
You kind of split up on the. I think there's a couple bodies still up there.
That's a
But,
16.
like, not just gold, but also anything of value, like magical
And you
items.
should have rolled. I didn't know we had
anything
a
like
plus
that.
10.
+12, actually.
I rolled a 21.
Sorry.
21.
No,
What'd you
it's
get, Cedric?
16.
That's not a
16.
bad roll.
Rolling over the bodies, you do see each of them does have one of those same
The
kind of
symbols.
emblems, like little trinkets of a tree with a sun for the branches and leaves.
Those bastards.
Of the Kelris Attingi.
Okay.
You also find Cedric. Let's say you find. Let's call it 24 gold.
Okay.
Nothing much else. They
Okay.
run light, probably on purpose. And then Marcus, you find. Let's call it 33 gold.
Oh,
Poor people.
they're broke.
Marcus,
all
we should
right.
You don't
probably
take
take
your
this.
whole. Most people don't take their whole fucking life savings with them when they
True.
go out to kill people. Most.
So, there are people that I'm sure have heard what's going on down there. We should probably
Yeah, I'm gonna-
explain. But
I'm gonna lean over the balcony and call for the guards.
Nifrim doesn't know about the guy in Gendry's room.
Yeah. Oscar comes down. He's like, "Oh, wow, okay. Come back, Harold." And he kind of picks Harold up, packs him back up.
Oscar, you should probably put some pants on.
Oh, yeah, probably. Be right back.
Oh, good.
And he goes back in.
We should probably...
Marcus, as you lean over to kind of call for the guards, you actually see some guards coming up. They're at the first level at this point. You know it's gonna be a while, but
Yeah.
you got a couple minutes here.
We
You hear a
weren't
hut,
we,
hut, 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 hut.
we weren't in the wrong here. We were attacked. Marcus, you were attacked. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I already healed it.
Oh,
It's good.
oh, good.
Do any of you guys need healing? Yeah.
I'm all right.
I got
I'm
magic
good.
hands.
Whew, I'm a
No.
little exhausted.
Oscar
As the haste
comes.
wears off.
Oh yeah, Oscar comes back out doing his belt and pulling up his pants. He says, we should be. I mean, who the fuck are these guys? Do you think they're Munadhir?
I flip him one of the tokens that I found on the person.
Oh, okay.
I believe they're sent by my grandparents as a welcome gift.
They were here for you,
Well,
but they didn't know who we were.
they
so,
didn't.
Well,
Surprise.
That's interesting.
We should head this off before this gets pinned on us in some way. We should let the guards know.
yes. Already called them. Also,
Where's Gendry?
hopefully they're not on the take.
True. Where's Gendry?
I should be in that same room with all of them, right? Is that how we left it?
In the hallway.
I wasn't sure if you went into your room or if you're
No,
still out
I don't
there.
think I went back in. No, but I do say
You closed your door, right?
Yeah, I
closed
think
that door.
I closed it. I closed it behind me, and I said, just make sure they stay away from my room if you guys don't mind.
We've seen you've got some secrets, but what in particular is wrong with your room?
Oh, there's just a live assassin in it.
Gendry, why don't you cast an illusion spell over the person so no one can see? Make him in a chair or something, I don't know. Whatever you like to do.
I'd also be concerned about all the faces hanging in his room.
What?
We
No,
don't
I don't.
know anything about
it's not
that.
like
You don't know anything
it's
about that, and he doesn't hang them.
It's not like I like decorate my room with them every time I go stay somewhere.
Just imagine like faces on the wall, just nailed to the walls. God.
like this one.
Who's up there? Stay right where you are. You hear from
we
a
need
couple
some
floors
help.
down.
It's me,
she's gonna
Cedric.
And
me,
you
Cedric.
see about 3 or 4 guards in the uniform you've seen before come up with their weapons ready.
Before they get up there, Gendry, do you want to go into your room and maybe, keep an eye on said person so they don't make an escape?
Or noise.
Sure.
That's
That's
an
not
unsettling
ominous or
smile.
anything.
Oh, that's a little creepy.
Hurry, they're coming.
I turn to them and I'm like, did it scar or did it heal well?
There's a bit of a line.
It's a little red, but I'm sure it will heal just fine, Marcus. You never show off
yeah,
that side of yourself anyway.
You see like all the scars all over his body. He's not wearing anything other than like, sleeping pants.
I'm
Mjolnir
going
Thor
to
shirt.
Yeah, all the
Compartmentalize what I've just seen for
you
a
see the
moment.
tattoos. All about Thor.
Like a heart with an arrow through it with a banner that says Thor.
There's one on the back there's one that says like fuck Sif.
Another
Wait,
one
why?
where Thor is just caressing Marcus and it's on his back shoulder. They're just looking out into the ocean together.
Yup.
Oh my god.
So Gendry, you go in your room.
Yes.
Pretty much as Gendry shuts the door, the guards come up the last flight of stairs, weapons
Hello?
ready. Hey, nobody move. What's going on here?
The problem is taken care of. Our
What
friend
in
here.
fucking hell happened here?
I'm gonna nod to Marcus to let him explain, I guess?
Well,
Still have their weapons at the ready.
I pointed the guy that stabbed me. I'm like, this guy stabbed me while I was asleep. And then we dealt with all the others as they were all trying to kill us. We found this token. It seems to be that the Kelris family wants us dead, so we defended ourselves.
Bloody hell. Turns to another of the guards, starting to leak into our territory. That's not good.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we were just trying
It's
to get some
unfortunate.
sleep. So, do you think
So,
you've got
everyone
this?
give me a, or at least Nif and Marcus give me a persuasion. Nif, you
Can I
have
give him
advantage.
Can I get him a what?
You have advantage from Viv, or you can give Marcus advantage.
Can
That
I
works
give
too.
Marcus advantage and save my advantage
Yeah.
from Viv?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do that. All right, that is a 23.
Woo!
Nice
Kinda
boy.
looks at the symbol, looks at you.
I actually
looks
rolled
at the
very poorly,
bodies.
but I have a ridiculous
Yeah.
persuasion.
Looks at the bodies, kinda takes a look at them, looks back at you.
Thankfully, I'm a
Alright.
paladin. See, this is where they stabbed me.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, alright. Kinda pockets the symbol.
A little blood in my kidney.
Oscar has the other
Do you-
one, right?
Yeah. He quickly kinda pockets it.
Good.
Any idea why they would come after you?
Not really, other than I'm maybe related to them.
What?
You're
I never
Kelris.
knew this.
I didn't know that I was, but I know the name.
Alright. Why would they come after you if you're related to him?
I'm not a pure-blooded elf.
Oh. I see. Alright, well, are you alright? Anyone need medical attention, or?
Some bumps and bruises will be alright, I think.
I cough up a little bit of the blood from where they stab me, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna...
Blood.
I think he got me, like, in the chest at one point.
Yes.
Nah.
Other than having to pee some blood later, no.
Alright, well, seems pretty straightforward here. They've been, these Kelris have been a real blight on a city. Usually stay in their territory, but, alright.
Yeah,
Well-
but us half-bloods are not great.
Yeah. Well, I guess you all can go about, head back to bed or whatever you're doing, go about your lives.
Alright.
We'll go ahead and take care of all this.
Alright, thank you.
Yes.
Just
Thank you
just
for
to
your
be
help.
sure, you all got, can I see all your paperwork, just to make sure?
Yes, one moment.
Shh.
I'll go to my
I
room.
go
and
back
get
into my
stuff.
room and, yeah.
They check them all. Alright, everything's in order.
Yes.
Folks, have a good night.
Thank you. And she's gonna walk over and to Herm's like inert body and just like pick him up and like drag him back to her.
You read my mind.
I'll fix him, Cedric.
Oh.
Don't worry.
We're gonna need to put more armor
Nif,
on
do you
him.
need help with that?
Oh, Marcus, I would love that.
I pick him up with one hand and just walk him over there.
Oh, thank
Rub
God.
it in, rub it in.
Rub it in, rub it in. Sorry.
Hey, what's being strength 20 good for?
Absolutely nothing.
So you all go back to your rooms?
Until I hear no movement in the
Same.
in the
All right.
hallway.
Is there anything in my
God.
room that I can barricade the windows with?
Oh God.
Yeah, you can kind of push stuff up
Puts a
against
chair
there.
against the window.
Bookshelf in front of the window, chair in the door. I'm like, yeah, fuck this place.
I'm getting real scared. Eric's got a goofy expression. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, Gendry, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
So just to prepare in case the guards had come into Gendry's room, Gendry has stuffed the guy in the fireplace. Made sure the fireplace is unlit. Stuffed the guy in
Yeah.
the fireplace. Cast minor illusion. Cast a silent image to make it look like there's a fire going, and then cast minor illusion to make the sounds of like a fire, like the crackling sounds of a fire, and just made sure that there's a ball gag in his mouth. Make sure the dude can't say anything. And he's just hanging out, like, I guess, leaning up against the wall, just kind of waiting for peeps.
All right.
Yeah.
After they make quick work outside in the hallway. After just about half an hour or so, that you do hear them like carrying the bodies down, and the noise kind of dies down, and seems they're gone.
All right, I'm gonna go over to Gendry's room and knock.
Same. I'll come out there as soon as there's no noise.
I also equip everything that I had on previously.
Gendry, secret knock. This is secret. The secret knock. I don't know. We didn't set one up.
The door is secret. The door is unlocked, gang.
Oh.
It's unlocked. I like to encourage intruders. Yes.
I'm gonna
You
look at
open the door and see Gendry alone in his room. Fire going in the hearth.
Oh, this is marvelous and
How are you doing,
romantic.
Chief?
How you doing?
I'm fine as frog hair, as they would say.
Where
Frog
in?
hair.
Where's the?
Frogs have
Did he
hair?
escape?
Oh no.
Did you get one?
And I cancel it.
The fire
all the spells.
disappears, and you just see a bound and gag man.
Oh,
He looks
look at you.
fucking horrified.
What's?
Oh, you should look horrified.
Well, now.
Oscar closes the door.
I slowly start preparing a real fire. You better tell us what you know.
Well, perhaps we have some questions for this fellow. You're going to cooperate with us, I assume.
Give me intimidation with advantage.
Me?
Yeah, and this won't count toward your gift advantage because you already have it.
I mean, Cedric did tell him he better
Can
tell
I-
us
That's
what's
true.
Can I
That's true.
intimidate him?
Tell you what, Cedric, you do it with advantage. Remember, you can use your strength modifier plus proficiency if you have proficiency if you want.
24.
Yes, Queen.
He just kind of eyes wide looks like between each of you.
Very good. Marcus, do you have any questions?
I walk over to him and pull the gag out of his mouth. Well, hello, kind sir.
What? What the fuck? What?
If your employers ever told you, they've tried to kill me plenty of times before, and I've killed all the others, so let's try to make this quick, and maybe I won't.
What are you gonna do?
Well, first I'm going to ask you, who sent you?
The Kelris.
Well, yes,
Kelris.
which one specifically?
Well, I mean, my boss, I'm pretty sure went over the railing earlier.
Oh, yeah.
They don't really tell me much.
Okay, well, who was your boss's boss?
He reports directly to Jorlaug.
Okay. There we go. See? We're having a conversation and it's going well.
Yes, a very nice conversation. Put another log on the fire.
Okay.
Prepared fire.
Yeah, we dragged him out of the fireplace and Cedric's making a fire
Like
in there.
start stoking.
Starts making beef stew menacingly.
Who is the
B-Town?
top brass in the family?
Thanks, B-Town.
I mean, Aaron Midgard, it's Jorlaug.
Okay. Good to know.
Does
else
Marcus recognize
is-
that name?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How many other Kelris family members are alive?
I don't really know the whole fucking family history, mate. I just fucking, I'm fucking no one. I'm
You really
nobody.
should do some research on your employers. That's like job
Yes.
101.
They pay well. That's really all the research I had to
You're-
do.
You're not very good at henchmaning. I'm just telling you as a
Starting to
career,
figure that out.
you should hench for someone different.
You should hench for me.
Yes,
Let me go, I'll consider it.
probably.
I can hench like 100 pounds.
Oh, dude. Hench pressing? Yeah.
Hench pressing!
Yes.
Now, is there anything else you can tell me about troop strength? How many people? Where's their compound? Do you know this?
Not really. I've
Where
never
did you
been.
get your orders from?
The bloke you sent over. But he
Damn
kinda
it, you didn't
thinks
say that
I-
already. Fuck.
I don't know where.
Where did you meet him?
Like years ago. Like
No. Like,
Wait,
where did you have your employee meeting before you went out to kill us? Or me?
it always changes. It's kind of the point. But if you let me go, I do know one thing, and I'll tell you that
Okay.
thing if you let me go.
Anybody else have any questions for him?
Oh, wait a minute. How about you just tell it, or we don't let you go?
Right, but will you let me go if I tell you?
Tell us first and we'll decide.
You're not on my list of names, so I don't really care one way or the other.
We need to know where they are. The bosses.
Of people
boss.
he's going to murder. I get really close to his face.
We can't see it.
Camera's over here, bud.
Vengeance, not murder.
Of the people I'm
listen,
going to
they-
vengeance. Yeah.
They keep information separate for a reason, mate. They don't really tell me much, but I do know one thing, and I'll tell you if you let me go, please.
Well, that's well and good, but we do need to have a conversation with them, so a location, any sort of way of getting that information would be very useful.
I can tell you that if you let me go.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna look to Marcus.
I disappointingly look at the fire like, oh, I have to let him go.
What the fuck? Fucking mental.
Marcus?
We have a deal.
Yes, we have a deal. Tell me what I want to know.
Roll. Are you lying or being truthful?
I'll let him go. I don't give a shit.
All right, give a persuasion.
He's not important to me.
I mean, Gendry
him go.
hasn't said anything yet, so.
Let him go
Sure hasn't.
over the edge.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm letting
you
him
want me to
go.
let you
I
go?
imagine.
So I rolled a 28.
Okay, he looks at you, kind of slowly nods. He says, "Look, all I know is this. They told me I was supposed to help out. They're going to be smuggling supplies out of Midgard in, 3 nights from now.
Oh,
Okay.
Over in
and
the
my
docks.
uncle will be there?
I don't know. I was just told to show up there and what we're doing. I don't know if he'll be there, but
Okay.
someone will be. It's their smuggling, so it's probably some high ups. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But it'll be at the
Okay.
docks 3 nights from now. Slip 43.
Slip 43. Okay.
Not
We should get
42,
the
you're sure?
Guards involved.
I'm sure.
Proper guards involved.
It's next to
guards,
42.
I mean, who knows
Sting
who's
operation,
proper and who's
baby.
not, man?
I just
Well,
imagine this guy
Seems
is
like
looking.
the people in this town are. This area.
I, untie him, and I'm like, go on. Get the
Wow.
fuck out of here.
Am I in his line of sight?
Who's?
Yeah. Kinda side eyes you.
I look at
Diplomacus.
Gendry and I go, do it.
When he
Do
goes
it.
by, I'm like, do not show up at the docks, because everyone who's there is going to die. Are we clear?
Alright. It sounds good to me, mate. I fucking.
And if
Fuck this
you-
noise.
I would like to make a request, seeing as how we're giving you your life back.
Okay.
Don't mention a word about the rest of us. You can talk about Marcus all you want. But if they catch wind that we're out here helping him, I will find you.
She has a special set of skills.
I have a
All
particular
right.
lack of skills.
Alright. I need to find something new to do anyway. This fucking ain't worth it.
Go, like, work for the guards or
Supposed to
something.
be easy money. And he just let him go?
Yeah, get out of here.
One more thing.
What?
What's your
I
name?
walk away.
What's your name?
My name? Mm-hmm. My name is Bob Sai.
Bob.
Great.
How do you spell that last name?
S-A-I.
Thank you.
Off you
Bob.
go.
Enjoy your life.
Alright.
I like.
He kind of hesitantly reaches for the
As
door.
he's walking out.
Yeah, it
Like, in his
reaches
way,
for
like,
the door handle and like realizes Oscar's there. He's, oh. He's like, kind of
Hey,
takes
that is very rude.
pointed sidestep out of his way. It's like opens
Just
the door
remember,
and starts
Bob,
running.
The next meal you have will be the best of your entire life.
Really funny if he fell down the stairs.
And he runs out of the room and down the stairs, scrambling down the staircase.
Gendry, why did you want to know his name?
That was enlightening.
I thought you were going to stab him.
No,
Me?
no. I mean, I thought that I would at first, but if Marcus wants him alive, he's alive.
Gendry,
I don't really care one way or the other whether he's alive.
I don't mean to pry, but
Oscar closes the door again.
are you alright?
Yeah, more or less.
Do you need some healing?
Why did you get a fancy room? I don't have a
no.
fireplace in my room.
They all do.
They all do. No, I'm fine. I wasn't really hurt that badly. It says I have only a -9 on my sheet here. I don't remember how I got that, so it might have been some other time.
Certainly.
I don't know. But
I
no, I'm
meant
good.
about the, thing.
Your mask was left. I'm gonna.
Your face was peeled off.
Yeah, just I had to put my face on before coming outside. This is all it was, really.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I will respect your privacy and drop it.
Put your... I'm not sure I want to know.
You know, cucumbers, some kind of treatment for the skin. My face.
I really don't.
Yes,
Well,
I'll go put some lime wedges on my face now.
I'm not going to reply to that.
All
at
right.
all.
Well,
I'm not gonna take the
we
bait
are
there.
going to get out of your hair, as it were. Let you have your room back to yourself.
Well, that's fine. I mean, Nifrim, I was going to make that gentleman's face if you wanted to make it with me, perhaps.
Oh, we're making faces.
Did you say that in front of all of us?
No.
Oh, yeah, they don't know about that.
What do you mean by
well,
that?
I just back away and
well, it's just a
I
thing.
want a face.
It's a figure of speech, I think.
Well, I mean,
I would have bought that before I saw the thing. So, but I don't want to pry. If you want to talk about it at some point in the future, I'll be more than happy to listen.
Listen, I don't care what you do. I just want a face.
I'm gonna
there's
go
not too much
sleep
to
on
talk
the
about,
other
gang.
side because my kidney hurts.
no, that's fine. Citric, I could definitely make a face for you. I just would probably require maybe 3 vials of purple worm poison. Probably would be the price on that. Just vague. I'm just ballparking it. Yeah.
You get nothing. Go to bed.
Well, okay then. Well, sorry you feel that way, bud.
Before I leave, I fart.
right.
Oh my God, Cedric! I take out my wind fans. I blow it right back at him.
Oh, thank you.
Suck it, nerd.
Oscar's right there, probably.
Yes, Oscar's caught in the crossfire.
Flies out into the hall.
His hair blow back a little bit.
Oscar, if you don't mind, moment here. I'll meet you
Kind
back.
of gives you a confused look, glances at Gendry, glances
I
back.
shrug.
All right, just I'm through the wall if you need anything. Anything.
I'll
Including
be
murdering someone.
across the side.
Gives
Murdering
Gendry a
someone.
look and walks out.
I'm perfectly safe with Gendry, but
Sure you are. So he walks away.
Yeah. As Gendry's waving, you notice oh no, it's Gendry holding another person's hand. Oh, Jesus. Oh God.
oh God.
Yeah.
All right, Pennywise.
So Gendry, give me a Dex plus proficiency with advantage.
Okay. Not bad. Let's see. Okay. So that's 26, boss.
Pretty quickly, you make a very convincing mask of the man you just let go.
That conversation was approximately a minute, right? In length?
Yeah, you've
Probably
learned his
more than
voice.
that.
Tight.
Excellent.
great.
Oh, with that, I'm gonna take the the symbol that Oscar had, the Kelris. This might complete that disguise. I'm gonna hand it to Gendry.
Smart.
Very good. I mean, we didn't take any of his clothes or anything, but I mean, like my studded, my studded
glamour
leathers. That's cool for me to recreate that. Cool.
Yeah, easy
All right,
peasy.
Dope.
All you gotta do is see a uniform once, and you can glamour it.
Very good. Well, thank you, Nifrim,
You're welcome.
for your help with that. We can definitely use this in our coming conflict, I think.
I think it will come in handy, for sure.
Yes, handy, for sure.
If you don't need anything else, I'm going to head to bed.
Oh, actually, can we just sit here for a couple more minutes, just kind of shooting the breeze, just to make Oscar sweat a little bit?
Sure. Why not?
So
Rule.
after a bit, Nifrim, you go back to your room, and as you open the door, you see Oscar's got a glass up against the wall. Oh, hey, Nifrim. I was just thirsty.
Oh yes, gets a lot of water from the walls. This isn't Oscar. This isn't Orvar's hut, you know.
I get it. You're funny. You're very funny. I am tired. Okay, I should. Okay, I'm gonna lay back down.
That face, though, right?
Yeah, what is up with that?
I don't know. I want to ask so bad, but I don't.
Liar.
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure I want to know.
I do. Oh, I want to know now more than ever. Good thing he doesn't know that. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, he would totally use that against you. It's
Probably.
a total dick, that guy. All right. Anything anyone else does before they go back to sleep? Like I said, I'm not gonna follow that rule where if sleep is interrupted, you gotta start over. You can finish your full rest.
Thank you.
Nope. Just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm probably
Sleep
gonna
off
just.
the knife wound.
I'm probably just gonna lay down in the bed and pretend to sleep or something. You know,
All right.
whatever like alive people do. Whatever.
So, with that, the next morning comes. As the light
get a long
starts
rest?
shining, you get a long rest. As light starts shining through the window, you wake up and realize you told Ealhstan that you would meet him at his place to head to the library.
Nifrim starts
Yep.
knocking on doors.
When you get to mine, you just hear me suiting up like. Open up the door, I'm like, yes, what's up?
Time to go to the library?
Don't worry about the noises.
I wasn't.
Put on the helmet.
As you guys come out into the hallway, you see like Oscar is like all packed up and ready. He's like, all right, time to go to the library, right?
Nerd. I'm gonna.
Oh, also,
gonna
real
pull-
quick, Marcus, when you wake up, you check your alms box and find another 100 gold in there. Thanks to Bob Sy, who agreed to cheer 100 bits if we used his name as an NPC.
Hey.
How much was it?
Hey, everybody,
100
25
bits?
gold.
100.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
So 25 each.
Sweet.
Before we leave,
Thanks,
I would
Bob.
like to go down to the innkeep / property owner if they're there and speak to them.
Yeah, you walk up, you see still a crushed table in the, like, below the staircase in the tavern. You see, like, a kind of teenage human boy kind of sweeping it up and picking it up, and then behind the bar, you see the bartender from last time, who I will totally remember who that is. female elf, silver hair, and a tight bun. Lee.
Okay. Lee? Hey, Lee. That's right? That's your name?
Yes,
I hear
yes.
there were
Good
some,
morning.
Good morning. So, we had a little bit of a ruckus last night. Group of people attacked us, and I believe there was some damages done to the building.
Yeah, really just our table. It's no worries. Is everyone all right? The guards told me that it was an assassination attempt.
Attempt,
Yeah,
yes.
thankfully they're shitty assassins.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. How much for
Do you
for the
need any
damages?
compensation for the repairs or anything like that?
No, that's quite all right. It sounds like it wasn't really your fault or anything. It's fine. No worries.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
It's kind of you. Thank you. Other than that, how was your night? I hope you found everything amenable.
When you remake the bed in my room, there's blood all over it.
Noted. Thank you. We'll be sure
It's
to
my
change
blood.
that.
It's safe.
Okay. We'll get that changed out for you, sir. All right. Do you
Well,
need
that was it.
anything?
Blood.
Maybe some food to go.
Of course.
Take your pick. Surprise me. Nothing fancy. Just some
Indeed.
snacks.
I will
rations.
have some breakfast too.
Sure, man. Tell you what, on the house for your troubles.
Oh no! I'm paying you.
All right then.
Indeed.
A gold should cover everyone.
Oh, go. Okay.
As
five
after
of us,
a
dude.
bit, kind of hands you some doggy bags. Inside you find some biscuits, a little kind of container of gravy, and some bacon
Breakfast
wrapped
sausage?
up in paper.
Yeah. Dude, I want that in real life now. Goddamn.
I know. I'm hungry now.
Oh my god.
Can I switch out the gravy for au jus?
That's not a breakfast food.
Sure.
Oh, she was good.
Okay.
We mean ew.
All right. Not a problem.
For
She does.
breakfast?
Thank
Bless you, by the way. Jeez.
Fuck is wrong with you?
I would just drink that straight up.
Ugh, okay, now it's gross. Now it's gross.
Keep
Now
indulging
it's
him, Emmy.
gross.
This is what's gonna happen. What's the next level of weird?
Dip the biscuits in there. This is good.
Anyway,
all
we
very
go to the
tasty.
library.
Or Ealhstan's? Library or Ealhstan's?
Yeah.
Didn't we
Ealhstan's.
say we're? Oh yeah, we're going to Ealhstan's. We're not meeting
Well,
at the
Would
library.
you guys
he
like
said-
to hold hands and skip on the way there?
He said we'll meet at my place, then he said we'll meet at the library, but you're pretty sure he just forgot and it's supposed to be his
it's
place.
the silly weed.
By the way, I did remake Herm, and he is currently in his like humanoid form with a cloak over his face.
Bing bong.
He
Yeah,
can just follow
and
along. He doesn't need to be in my backpack.
he is. He's wearing the mask that Gendry helped Nifrim or gave to Nifrim, but there's nothing
Oh
underneath
my
it, so the eyes are
God.
just like metallic and blank. But he's got the hood up, so it just kind of looks like a face, like the illusion of a face.
I look over
you
at Big
do
Bar
you.
like, that is fucking terrifying.
You do you, dude.
He goes,
I like it.
So out you head back toward where you first entered Midgard. It's not a far trek, maybe like 20 minutes. He doesn't live that far from the center of town. And as you kind of round the corner on his street, you see him just kind of leaning against the wall, just kind of looking around,
Oh,
and
thank the gods he remembered.
it notices you and, oi, all right.
Hello.
And as you approach, are we all right? Oh, wait, who's your friend here?
What
And
friend?
points to Herm.
You met him.
Oh, right.
This is
Oh,
Herm.
well, He kind of like pulls something out of his pocket, looks down, looks back, kind of confused. He's like, I don't really have,
Home transform. And I'm gonna take the mask away from him so that
I just
turn into a backpack.
I got your library passes, and I only
wonderful.
grabbed the 5. So that's all right.
fine. That's fine. We
Only-
can transport
only have
Yeah,
him.
the robot
How should
transforms.
I wear Herm today? Both straps? One strap? Just around my shoulder?
I'm saying cool guy, so 1 strap.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Just a nice 200-pound
wearing
backpack
sunglasses.
over one
My
shoulder.
shoulder's gonna hurt tomorrow. Let's do this.
Yeah, you feel it digging in.
All right, the
All
library.
right, well, here, before we go, here, take these. And he hands you these, like, little blank cards. They're just, like, this size, kind of flat, and hands one to each of you. These are your library passes. You'll use them to scan in or scan into any of the terminals or anything.
Scan in terminals.
Yeah, you just
What?
sort of
Scan?
tap it, and it sort of registers you. It's sort of like a logbook. It gives access to the different parts. It's sort of your
Is it magic?
library card. Yeah, the magic, mate.
All
So,
right.
Nice.
You just tap it on the thing, and it knows who you are. I mean,
Tapped
it
on
won't
the
really
thing
know
and it
who you
does the
are,
thing.
but
Sure.
you get the idea.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go. And Oscar's like, yes, let's go. And, all right, follow me. And he leads you westward into the city. And after about it's about 40 minutes away of like a walk. You're going through the narrow streets of Midgard. Again, tall buildings all around. And you start to kind of get to the edge of the bridge and edge of Midgard. You start seeing like in the distance little kind of peaks of sky, an area where there's not buildings, and you think, oh, we're getting close to the edge of the city.
City.
And as you approach, he's like, all right, it's just up here. Just remember, you belong. Just act like you belong, and everything
What do I
should be
normally
fine.
do with my hands?
Oh, not that, love. Yeah, Marcus.
I would like to insight check him.
Give him an insight check.
I'm getting a mite suspicious of this guy.
Why?
That is a 19.
A 19.
What if the Kelris got to him overnight, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem dodgy or anything. He seems a little airheady, but that you figured out by now that's just kind of him. He doesn't seem shady in any way.
Okay. Just in case.
So, all right, stick with me and I'll lead you where you need to go. All right, let's go. It's like, okay. Or, sorry, okay. It's like Oscar follows around behind. And as you kind of come around a corner, you get your first sort of glimpse of the Speki Library. Which, let's take a look, shall we? Let's see
please.
if my poor old
Computer's
GTX
crashed.
1070 can handle this.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
Start screaming.
Surrounded by not a large wall, but a decent sized wall with a large gate that's currently open, very ornate. You see a very large set of buildings, all connected. You can hear the seagulls kind of in the background. You hear the waves softly crashing. As beyond these buildings is Jormungandr, the ocean. And a very grand campus, basically. It is fucking massive. Just the stairs up to the front door are huge. You see people coming and going. This is pretty crowded. As people are going about their morning business.
Are there some young people playing hacky sack somewhere?
Yeah, but you don't see them. You just kind of ignore them.
Wanted to join in.
I am going to reach down for Oscar's hand as I stare in awe.
Yeah, he does the same thing. He's like, oh,
It's like a
I
little
thought
kid
it
with his
would be
hand up holding your
huge.
hand.
Yep, I thought it would be huge, but it's fucking massive.
Oh my god. How have I never
It's not as impressive as
never
Thor's
heard of
temple,
this?
but whatever.
This is incredible.
Oh, yeah, I've always dreamed of seeing it. It's all of Thorin's knowledge in one place. I can't wait. Let's go. So, Ealhstan leads you through the gates and up to the giant front door. Where, let me change something here. As they open, they're already open, to be clear. You're passing, again, multiple people coming and going, mostly going in along with you, into a very grand hallway.
Wow. Everyone give Steve a round of applause for this one.
Why, thank you.
Can I get some applause in the chat?
Thank you. Talespire, I will be uploading this to Talespire. I throw in chat. Once we're, after this episode, so be sure to check out, Tales Tavern. Wow, I didn't know. That one. Anyway. Yeah, so you can download this and melt your own GPU, because this is fucking massive. Largest map I've ever done, makes Naglfar look tiny. So as you enter this sort of grand hall, you see there's sort of a lounge area to your left. A couple people kind of sitting there reading books, discussing quietly. You see some benches on the right, no one's currently there, and then behind the desk to your right, you see
some cheese.
Some cheese. Needs more though. And you see a couple people kind of working, and there's like a little device on the table that as people are coming in through the front door, you see them pulling out cards not dissimilar to the ones Ealhstan gave you, and they tap it on the device, and it's a female elf there behind the desk, right behind the device. As
Hello.
Each person scans, kind of checks something on the desk, you can't really see what, and looks up to each of them and says, welcomes them. And Ealhstan just kind of whispers to you guys, just remember, alright, cool, you belong here. So,
Marcus walks on by, copying everyone else, and just...
Yeah, Ealhstan goes up. The lady looks up to him and... Oh, Ealhstan, how are you today? Oh, doing great, love, how are you? And taps his thing, and hear like a little beep. And she looks down. Oh, quite alright, quite alright. Have a lovely day, it's great to see you. You too, love. And he kinda winks at you guys and walks past. Who walks up to it first?
I will.
All right, Marcus, you go up, and she's like, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning.
And as you...
How are you today?
Oh, quite all right, thank you. You can go ahead and scan now.
Beep.
And as you tap the card, it beeps, and she looks down. You see, from this angle, you can see what she's looking at, which is a screen. Like a sort of monitor that you guys have seen in various places before. And she looks down at it, kind of nods, looks up at you and says, ah, well, have a nice day, Mr. Peter Pens.
You as well, ma'am.
Thank you.
And I walk right by.
Forgot that's what you made your name.
Nope, it isn't.
I was gonna say that's not what he said. He said he was Marcus Selvig.
Who's next?
I'll go up next.
All right. Good morning, dear. You
Good
can go
morning.
ahead and scan.
All right, I belong, and I'm gonna scan. I don't really say that.
Looks down, nods, looks at you, and says, have a lovely day, Miss Anita Dump.
Thank you. You have a lovely day as well. Turns and walks.
Thank you, I will. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
All right, Cedric, you walk up. Good morning. You can go ahead and scan
Good
there.
morning.
Boop. Looks down and, thanks. Have a lovely day, Mr. Dick Shiner. Enjoy your day.
Yep, that's my name.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be? And then Gendry, you go up there next.
Sure.
All right. As you go up, good morning. You can scan. Yeah. Tap it. Boop. Looks down. Looks back up. Thank you very much, and you enjoy your day, Mr. Willie Dance. Have a lovely day.
William.
Oh, sorry. Of course. Willie. And as you walk away,
my
then
God.
Oscar's just like, eyebrow raised. He's like, walks up and like, oh, hello there. You can go. You've got it.
Does he have
He's
to
like,
get on his tippy
I got
toes?
this. So he does kind of like reach up and tap. Boop. It's like, thank you, and
I feel like he's getting shorter and
good.
shorter in our brains.
you're good to go, Mr. Dover, Ben Dover. Yes, have a lovely day. And you hear Ealhstan after each of these, just like.
God
damn it.
And Oscar walks over and is like giving Ealhstan a look of like, what the fuck? He just kind of grins and shrugs. It's the ones I had. All right, follow me.
When I walk up to him, like, nice.
High fives you.
I think this is a game.
Follow me. And he leads you through the hall and into the main atrium. A
Ealhstan,
large, yeah.
how do you find anything here? There's so much. Where do you even decimal
Decimal system?
Don't worry, mate. There's a system for everything, and there's plenty of librarians to help you out. There's chief librarians, the regular librarians. You can
sorry,
you can
did
find
you say
anything
chief?
here.
Librarians?
Chief.
Oh, chief.
Yes,
Not chief.
Sort of head of each department. Yeah.
Oh, right.
The other librarians answer.
Is there a chief that is master over all the other chiefs? Librarians?
Of course.
Like a boss?
I mean, there's the
they
chief
call
We are on the
librarians,
ring planet.
and then above that,
Yeah,
there's
that's what I'm saying.
There's the dean of each department, and then of course you got the president of the entire thing, Dean
And
Dennis.
he would be the master chief.
I'm sorry, what was his name?
Dennis, Ealhstan Dennis.
Ealhstan?
Ealhstan.
Bless you.
Adelric Dennis with two N's.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
bit of a
Danis
bit of a
Damanus.
fuckwad that one, but no worries. You probably want to run into him. All right, this
Alright.
way. Through the atrium. Don't touch anything.
What exactly do you do here, Ealhstan?
Like I said, mate, run this place. And just keeps walking into the main atrium.
And we're walking.
Where you enter this large room. Yeah, sorry, let me get the view here. This large room, and you just see level and levels and levels and levels of books. Let me do that. And each side, as you walk in, you're walking in from the east. as you look to the north side, you see it's sort of, each side is sort of a different theme as far as decorations. To your left, you see the north side. Oh, wait, yeah. East to north, whatever. Sorry, you were heading west. Anyway, you see the north side, which is a, sorry, I'm sorting this out here. Sort of desert themed. It was like, all right, we got Ymir Wing, and you just see level upon level of books. You see people milling about, getting like different books, going up and down the stairs. To your right, it says over there is the Ymir Wing, and you see a more kind of really Alfheimian structure, more stone and metalwork. Just as many levels, each filled to the brim with bookshelves stuffed with books. And then, of course, right ahead here, we got the Ymir Wing. That's where we're gonna be going. And you see this, it's wooden, with the lights and everything kind of more elegant and kind of classical. And again, just level after level after level of books. It's like any library any of you have seen could easily fit on just one of these levels.
I'm going to have to narrow down my questions on the Ymir.
Meanwhile, Oscar is just like, oh my gods.
Look at those
so
books.
Much information. Like a couple times, like you're walking along and like you realize that he stopped. So you gotta like kind of remind him to keep going. He's like, oh, sorry. So it's just, did you see that? And on the floor in the main atrium, there's these desks here, kind of designed after the sort of American Library of Congress, where it's just study desks, and there you have people at multiple, like various desks, just like flipping through pages, quietly discussing. One thing you guys notice as you're like, this is a crowded room, like it's not shoulder to shoulder or anything, but there's plenty of people milling about and talking. You can barely hear any of them. Sound does not seem to travel.
That's very good.
Inside this library.
That's very good. Are there any secret spots where if you stand on one side of the room and you speak in a whisper, the exact opposite side hears you?
Ealhstan's like, I don't think so, but that'd be pretty cool. You want to try?
No.
So you're saying there's like some kind of noise dampening?
Oh,
enchantment?
Yeah, no, the whole library's enchanted with sound dampening, so you can't really bother anyone. It's all good.
Incredible.
It's quite nice. Anyway, follow me.
Also disappointing.
Anyway.
Follow again.
You just hear me like try to clank less, like.
Clankless.
As he leads you directly forward.
I wanted to irritate people.
Through the Ymir Wing hallway. He leads you down this very all of this, by the way, the elegance is unmatched. Everything is gold, marble, the finest wood, like the rarest metals. Estate? It is on par with the Colburn estate.
Nice.
But 10 times bigger. Like
Easily.
just this main building
Jesus.
is about the size of the entire Colburn estate. And then you saw buildings branching off of that. So he leads you through this hallway. You pass some stairways on your left and right, headed up to the kind of walkway above. And you see kind of the overarching kind of railings with, lines of books up there. And he leads you down this hallway to
the murder chamber.
oh wait, this is the wrong hallway. Shit, sorry. It's I got turned around. It's this way.
Already getting lost.
And I know. By the way, like down the hallway, you see just huge wall of windows. And even from way back here, you can see that it overlooks the ocean.
Oh.
Is that what direction are we facing?
You're currently facing west.
Okay.
As the Speki Library is on the western edge of the Midgard Bridge. So
right.
as you keep approaching, he eventually kind of veers off. He's like, all right, here we are. This is where we're going. And pulls out a key, unlocks the door, and opens it up. He's like, welcome to my office. And leads you into a very cramped room that is very cluttered. You see
like his
a
house?
workbench. Yeah, exactly. You see a workbench with all sorts of tools scattered all over it. You see shelves to your left and right and up in front of various cleaning supplies and tools, maintenance tools, and stuff like that.
Oh my god,
like,
I love Ealhstan.
he's like, here's my home. Come on in. And
Wonderful, quaint,
lead you guys in.
lovely.
Thanks. Cheers.
So he's the janitor. The librarian.
You get that kind of feeling that he's
Maintenance.
janitor slash maintenance slash whatever.
Nice.
As you see, not only cleaning supplies, but you see like tools and little bits and bobs of like mechanical work and stuff like that. You also see like some books, like a few books scattered around. And then like a door with a keypad on the other end. You see this other work table with all sorts of supplies and a couple little chairs. It's like, after you guys go in, he kind of closes the door behind him. He's like, all right, well, welcome to the Speki Library. So I'm sorry. What was it you guys needed? But that's where we're gonna take a quick little break here. And we're back. So, standing in Ealhstan's office, he says, all right, so what'd you guys come here for again? What are you looking for?
And Nifrim's gonna pull a book out of her bag of holding. We have some questions that need answering.
All right. About what? Maybe I can kind of point you in the right direction, get you in touch with one of the librarians. Yeah, that would.
Have you ever heard of something called Valkyr?
Let's find out. And I have disadvantage for this, so let's...
Oh no! Oh no!
Thanks, Viv. Valkyr. I mean, I know Valkyrie. I don't... What's Valkyr?
It would be in relation to the Ymir.
Thanks, Viv.
Aw, thank you, Viv.
Oh, it's Ymir. Oh, I can get you in touch with one of the Ymir librarians. Brighton or
be
someone
wonderful.
should be able to help you.
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to get started there, then you can kind of... I mean, you guys have access now. You don't really need me around, but I can go ahead and introduce you, get you started on your
Sure,
journey.
that would be lovely. Thank you, Ealhstan.
Right on.
Not a problem, no problem. All right, well, one sec before we go back out. And he walks over to one of the shelves and kind of reaches under one of the shelves. You see him kind of, oh, there's, pulls out a pipe and like, cheers, lights up of silly weed. It's not drugs.
Okay.
And what does that give him again? It's advantage
silly
on
weed gives you
perception?
advantage on perception and arcana disadvantage on stealth and athletics. Yep.
Ealhstan?
Yeah.
Would you mind if I, partook?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll 'em.
And she will.
You hear Oscar like, you really want to do that here?
I feel like it might help me focus a bit.
Hell, it'll help you
I'll
focus.
be out in the hall, so...
Yes, I will join Marcus in the hall.
No worries, Mike. And he hands it to you. All right. So you guys both partake, and for the next hour, you have advantage on perception and arcana, disadvantage on stealth and athletics, and sort of a new view of the world.
Excellent.
Not drugs.
All right.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Cheers for that. And he kind of puts it back up. He's like, all right, let's go meet Brighton.
Yes, let's do that.
And he leads you out into the hallway and to the right, towards the stairs and the windows. Coming out into the hallway, up to the stairs, you just hear Oscar, oh my gods. As the first thing that catches your eye, besides, I need to raise the water level here. What's that? Hang on. Oh, yeah, it's there. It's just not showing through the windows. Ha, funny bug. Anyway, the first thing you guys notice is in the center of this very large room with the back wall just full of windows overlooking the ocean is actually a familiar sight, which is a mechanical horse running on a treadmill. Just very much like the
Einar's
CTR cart horses.
Nice.
He's like, welcome to the Ymir Wing. Let's see, where's he's right over here. Let's go. And he leads you into the room. Looking around, it's almost like a museum meets a laboratory.
Oh my
As I
god.
change this. All sorts of displays, but displays that you see people kind of working on and working at. All sorts of things that you have no fucking clue what the hell they are. A couple things seem a little familiar, like the horse. There's also a familiar looking bed sort of chamber to your left here that's currently open. Reminds you of the beds from the Bifleikr dungeon.
I would like to approach that.
So as you walk in, you that catches your eye, and you immediately start walking over. And he's like, "Oh, what? Oh, okay." Ealhstan's like, "Where the fuck are you going?" As you approach, you do see again this this sort of bed chamber hooked up to some sort of device. Like we're in so many offices and the labs of the Minnie's Bifleikr facility.
What is this? What does this do?
You see a female human, probably late 20s, mid 30s maybe, working on it in this sort of nice robes. She's kind of fiddling with one of the displays. It does seem to be powered. And as you approach and you say, you ask, what is this? She looks up. Oh, hello.
Hello.
This is, I mean, it's Ymir tech that we found. Haven't quite figured out what it does. It seems to be some sort of resting pod or something. We're still trying to sort it out. It's relatively new, and trying to figure out what it does.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, If you know what it is, please do share.
I don't. I've seen these before in the past. I've been to Ymir Ruins, and I've seen several of these. Yes.
Oh, I'd be very interested to know where, and kind of scrambles to grab a notepad. Where did you see them?
I'm going to tell her about the ruins we saw near Logabia. No, it was near Edekau.
Near.
When we met the werewolves.
There was one in there in the buried facility.
I'm just
the
gonna
werewolf den.
give her that general location.
Outside. Oh, outside Negative. Okay. Interesting. I don't believe that's a known. That's very useful. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. My name is Fleeta.
Fleeta.
Yes, I'm one of the librarians here.
My name is Nifrim Colburn.
Oh, a Colburn. Oh, no wonder. I don't suppose the ruins you mentioned are already claimed by CTR.
Not by CTR, but we did encounter several werewolf-type beings there, so I want to warn you to be careful.
Oh, very useful. Thank you for that. Thank you, and writes that down, looking concerned.
I thought we already killed them all.
We did kill the one of them, but I don't know if that's sort of
there could have been others that were out hunting.
Yes, that could.
Well, I'll
there
make
could be
note
more.
of it. We'll send out a team when possible, once lockdown's done.
Yes,
But that's very. Thank you, Nifrim, I believe it was, Miss Colburn.
Yes, of course.
That is very useful. Pleasure to meet you. I've never kind of closes the notebook, holds out a hand. I've never actually met a Colburn.
I'll shake her hand. It's
pleasure.
good to meet you.
May I ask what you're doing here? I didn't know there were any Colburns in town when lockdown started.
Yes, been here for a while, it seems. I'm just looking for, new information, newer to this area, and I'm very interested in Ymir tech. It's quite intriguing.
Join the club. And if you're looking for information, you've come to the right place.
And do you have any other working things in this room? I see lots of things around here.
We have a couple of things that sort of work. Depends on your definition of working, I suppose. Of course, we have, as I'm sure you recognize, the mechanical horse.
I do.
We have some things that sort of work, like, there's this over here, and she leads you over to a large device surrounded by a railing. And this device appears to be hovering, but as you approach, you realize it's kind of up on props.
Blocks.
Like, kind of walks over and almost like turns into lecture mode. This is a device we found in Muspelheim. It's believed to be some sort of transportation. We think that it perhaps once had the ability to sort of lift off the ground and skirt across it, judging by the sort of makeup of it. There's devices on the bottom. We can't get them to work, but that seemed to be able to lift the device at one point.
Thinking about the radiant capacitor, Nifrim's like, oh man, if only.
As you think about that, you suddenly realize, oh wait, it just hits you. Looking around, and since you entered the library, it's powered. It's powered like the Valkyr dungeon was, like the Scavvy hideout is.
Speaking of which, can I do a perception check to see if there are cameras in here?
Give me percept. You have advantage.
Thank you, Viv.
Actually, you already have advantage, so you're still saving that advantage.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking around, you don't really see any. None like mounted on the walls or the ceiling or anything like you've seen them before. They're sort of a couple of the kind of displays in here almost have things that remind you of them, but none of it seems like on anything functional, and none of them are kind of the same shape. Just kind of, you see several things with that sort of glass front, rounded glass front, but you're confident that there's no working cameras in here.
With that being said, Nifrim's probably going to stick around here for a little while and talk more with Fleeta. We can move on to somebody else who wants to have a chance at the library here.
Well, actually, as you're kind of discussing with Fleeta, Ealhstan comes over and with a female, seems to be half-elf. Blonde hair, kept very tidy and short, walks over and Ealhstan says, Oh, I see you met Fleeta there. Well, I was going to introduce you. This is Brighton.
Hello.
Miss Wood. She's happy to, get you sort of started on your journey. I told her you were looking for some Ymir information, and right place, mate.
You say Brighton Wood?
Brighton Wood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good lord, you're a child.
Wood?
Yep. Sorry, continue.
Yeah,
So-
and he says, all right, well, you seem to be all set up here. I got some work I need to do. To which Brighton says, oh, yes, about that, Ealhstan, there's actually
A spill in aisle 6.
the toilet in bathroom 36A. It's no worries, love, I got it. You kids have a great time. Hit me up if you need anything. Cheers! And walks away. He's like,
It's weird.
Brighton.
This is weird that they have a janitor position in a place with like so much magic. I think they could just do like prestidigitation or
Janitor
something to
and
clean
maintenance.
stuff up.
Oh, he is maintenance too.
Yep,
Yeah.
you saw lots of like working tools and stuff, like stuff to fix things in his office.
Sure.
But the two librarians kind of look at you all. So yeah, sorry. Ealhstan mentioned you were might need some guidance on where to find some info. I'd be happy to point you in the direction, or
That
of
would
course
be
you can.
lovely.
Now,
I am...
okay. Before we move on,
Yes.
I'm going to explain the mechanics of research at the Speki Library.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okie dokie.
research obviously takes a while. If you want to investigate a topic, you have a couple options. You can roll an investigation per day. What you roll determines how much info. It'll take a whole day of research per roll. So you can't spend one day, like one person can only research one thing a day with a roll. How high you roll determines how much info you get in that day. Now, say you want to keep researching that, you don't get enough info that you want, you can then spend another day with a new roll. If you roll higher, you get more info. But that's another day's research.
Research for
Alternatively,
another day.
alternatively, you can pay librarians to do research for you.
Oh, okay.
And it costs 500 gold a day per topic.
Okay.
That's to that.
Now, if you can pay them multiple days, they can give you more and more info. Just know that paying a librarian, these are experts, they're researchers, it's what they do. So if you pay a librarian to do the research, it's nearly maximum info for that day's research. Basically rolling a 19, not critting, and learning absolutely everything the universe has, but it's the same as pretty much rolling super fucking high. And it frees you up if you want to do other research or go out and do other things. So you can do this while not even at the library. You just need to tell them, pay them, and then they'll come back to you with the info. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, so back into the scene.
Can I ride that motorcycle thing?
The what motorcycle thing?
The
That's
car?
that's a car.
Oh, the car thing.
It's like
Yeah,
a
it's a car.
car.
Talespire has an
car?
awesome cyberpunk set.
Nice.
So, is it Brighton says, yeah, I'm sorry, what exactly was it you were looking for?
Have you heard tale of something called the Valkyr? Or just Valkyr?
She kind of thinks for a sec. I've seen a few things, mention
Really?
Valkyr around, yeah. Are you interested in, looking more? I don't know much about it off the top of my head,
Yes,
but,
I would love to research.
point you in a direction, or I can sort of, if you're willing to, you can pay me to do the research for you, and I'll come back to you with your findings.
I think I would like to research this topic myself. But I might
Alright.
pay you for other things if you are interested.
Of
in
course,
researching.
I'm available today. And Fleeta says, yes, I'm also available, but I'll leave you with Brighton. Brighton knows exactly what she's doing. I'm going to get back to what I was doing.
Oh, don't worry, I will probably be back to speak with you some more.
Yeah, Marcus?
I'm gonna go over and look at the thing and ask, like, if you jump in, can we turn it on? Like,
She says, oh,
can I jump in?
well, I mean, you can, but we have already tried that. It doesn't really do much, unfortunately. It kind of gives you this buzzing feeling, but we've had multiple test subjects try it out, and no real effects other than the tingly feeling. A bit of a headache afterwards, but it doesn't seem
have
to
enough
cause any
aches, never
damage or benefit, really, unfortunately.
Aw.
I mean, if you want, you can try, but hasn't really done anything yet.
No.
All right. So she kind of directs you to the section that she kind of saw topics of Valkyr in the library. It's somewhere in the hallway. Anyone else?
Yes.
Got anything? Yeah, what you got, Siddur?
I do. So I want to hire someone to research the legends of the shards of Heimdallr and have them see if the existing shard that I have can be empowered further.
Heimdallr, that would probably be in the, I think, let's see, that would probably be in the Alfheim section, or no, the central section, Alfheim side. As far as who to hire, I can certainly hook you up. Holding Caldwell is a lovely librarian. He really knows the gods. He should be able to help you out, not a problem. You can pay him for that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. And also, I want to learn how to play the flute.
Oh. Well, that'd probably be in the central section of Alfheim as well. You can...
Okay.
Are you looking to just research yourself, or, you know, you
Yeah.
can...
I don't feel like I can
Okay.
have someone research how to have me play
Yeah,
the flute.
that makes sense, I suppose, if I think about it. All right, yeah, no, it would probably be the sorts of talents and musical, like, section is, you know, and kind of directs you where to find that stuff.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything for the day? Yes, Gendry.
Yes, I need 2 of your most talented researchers, and I'm going to need them to be very trustworthy, as I will be counting on their discretion.
Oh, no worry about discretion here at the Speki Library. It's no one really cares. Really, everyone has their own business, so there's no reason to go banding about unless you're looking up, some illegal things, unless there's sort of red flags, but that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Gendry is a walking red flag.
So I can tell you, sort of direct you towards who could help you. Can you give me a general idea? I mean, your secret's safe
yes.
with me.
The first thing that I would like to have you guys look into is, in our travels, we have seen and sometimes handled, if only very briefly, different kinds of advanced Ymir weaponry, I believe. It might have been. And I would like to perhaps gather any information we can about how we could make some of that ourselves, or make a facsimile of that ourselves.
Oh, well, I actually specialize in Ymir weaponry myself, so I should be able to help you with that if you're willing to pay or anything like that, sir.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I will definitely pay for that. And then the other thing, and Gendry takes out a piece of paper, scribbles something on it, folds it, and hands it to her. And this second thing, if you could go ahead and have someone else look into that, and just get back to me ASAP on that. And that is to be handled with the utmost discretion. I cannot say that enough.
Of course. And she opens the paper to look at it and says, okay, do you know about, I'm unfamiliar with this name. Do you know, would it be more likely an Alfheim, Muspelheim? Is it Ymir? I don't recognize it.
I'd say begin in Alfheim, but I wouldn't put
Certainly.
any of those options out.
Certainly, of course. I can pass this off to Lindley Blackburn, excellent librarian over in the Alfheim section. Let me mark down who's doing what here. All right. Yes. Shouldn't be a problem. All right. Anything else?
Excellent. I'll be doing the rest of the research myself.
Of course. Yeah, Nef?
Sorry, Marcus, did you have one you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you
Okay,
got,
go
Marcus?
Come back to me then.
If you could just direct me to where I might find genealogies of families that live here in Midgard.
Here in Midgard? Yes, that would be in the central section. Yeah, that's... It kind of directs you to the sort of... It's small, but there is a Midgard section in the central atrium. It's kind of the entryway, the bookshelves that in the side facing the entryway. That's sort of the Midgard section.
I ask her, who would be the person I would look to for guidance on where exactly I'm looking? I'm looking for a very specific family.
Well, there's several librarians, all of which I forgot to give names over there, but I can point you to the genealogy section if you want to do it yourself,
Okay.
or I can find a librarian for you. It shouldn't be a
Oh,
problem.
no, I will take care of it myself.
All
This
right.
is a delicate matter.
Of course. And kind of directs you to basically like the third level in the entryway. Yeah, it should all be there.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. All right, what'd you have, Nif?
Oscar, would you happen to be interested in looking into a name?
A name?
Yes,
Yeah. What do you need?
I believe
What
we
name?
showed you the paperwork before that we found from a certain Ealhstan.
Oh, right. Wow, accent all over the place. Right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Vari
What-
Tierson.
Oh, right.
He was
I forgot about
involved
that.
with the Veraldasmither and seems to be possibly involved with the group that we are researching.
All right. Yeah, and Brian kind of speaks up. Oh, if it's about the Veraldasmither, that would be here in the Ymir Wing, since they mostly deal with
Perfect.
technology. Yeah, you could. There's a section on them up and kind of gives directions in the Ymir Wing of where to
Excellent.
research. Yeah, I can totally look into that. That's not a problem. I do have research that I want to do as well. I mean, I can do that.
I'm
That's
so
not the
sorry.
problem.
If you'd
We've
rather
got
do that,
time. We've
we
got
can
time.
pay-
I'm
but
sorry, who do you think you
I
are?
really
the main
want to-
character?
Well, sort of. I mean, who's level 18 here? But
Me.
I really wanted to look into the radiant capacitor. At which point,
Oh,
Brighton, Fleeta a few feet away, and a couple of other researchers kind of perk up. And Brighton says, "Sorry, did you say the radiant capacitor?" And Oscar kind of looks around confused, like he did something wrong. Yes, are you familiar with it? And they kind of look at each other and, yes, this facility's powered by one.
oh,
Have you? Not many people know about a radiant capacitor. It's a relatively new discovery. Have you ever come across one, or did you just hear it?
we've heard
And
we've heard
Oscar
of them.
kind of glances at Nif.
Just we've heard of their existence, not
Yeah,
very familiar.
yeah,
that's why we'd like
that's,
to research.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what she said, totally. So Nif, roll a deception.
Oh, good. That's
I'm
gonna
not gonna
go
let
well.
Oscar give you
I get
advantage just
advantage
because. Oh, you
from
do get
Nif.
advantage anyway. Yay! Yeah, Oscar wasn't
Good.
super helpful because he's.
Oh,
He's special.
11.
11.
Oh.
Brian kind of raises an eyebrow at you and says, "You've just heard. You've come across one, haven't you?" And kind of gives you a grin.
We would like to keep that discreet information to ourselves, if you understand
It's
my
a-
meaning.
At this point, the others have kind of, turned away back to their business, and Brighton kind of leans in. There's no worries, dear. As I mentioned, this facility's powered by one. It's okay if you've come across. It's very fascinating. Did you get to? I see, your tools and your device there. You seem to be a bit of a tinker yourself.
She does have the Fregna device covered up in a wrap.
Oh, she
by the
does.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just- I see the tools. You're a bit of a tinker yourself. Interested in Ymir, obviously.
Oh, yes. The technology is endlessly fascinating.
Yes, it is. And she kind of thinks for a moment, and then kind of grins and looks at you and says, "Tell you what. why don't I introduce you to someone?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, yeah, let me just, and kind of walks over to this sort of, like, desk over here, this desk area. And
Is everyone coming with me? I'm not going by myself,
Yeah,
am I?
have you guys, like, fucked off, or are you...
No,
I
I'm just hanging
didn't
out.
know at what point we were going to go do the thing,
I'm
so
having
right now I'm
everyone
just
do.
there.
Yeah, I'm having everyone do work for me, so I'm pretty free in the clear.
Eventually I'll go and look at the things.
All right. So, she goes over to the desk, kind of pulls up, I mean, US players know it's a keyboard, kind of types a few things in, and presses a key, and should be right here. Yes, I'd like to actually introduce you to Jorlaug, Miss Alfhildson. It's hard to say in that accent.
Jorlaug.
Jorlaug Alfhildson.
We've heard that name
sort of-
before, haven't we?
Yeah, what?
You've heard of a Jorlaug.
Oh, okay, so it's not the same one.
Turns
okay,
out multiple
okay.
people have names. They're the
Well,
same
yeah,
name.
I'm just making sure it's
Yeah,
not
no,
somebody
no.
we've already heard of.
No, I think it was like
yeah,
some
like
innkeeper or
the
something.
Moonadיר or something?
I don't know, but
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Jorlaug.
Yeah, she's chief engineer here in the Ymir department. You're the first we've come across, other than those working here, that has even heard of a radiant capacitor. It's obviously a very big discovery, very
I'm sorry.
recent, and
You said Jorlaug is the head of the department?
well, head engineer, chief engineer, technically.
Oh, chief.
The chief
engineer.
librarian, that would be Hakon Stein, and then of course we all work under Dean Ealhstan, Runar
Okay.
Ealhstan. But I feel like Jorlaug's been doing all, like, sort of, leading the research in the radiant capacitor. If you have any information, I'm sure Jorlaug would love to hear it.
All
And
right.
at this point, you see a fairly attractive red tiefling come down the main stairs. Very elegant attire, very kind of proper posture, covered feet. Sorry, Marcus. And sort of long hair back in a ponytail and like kind of glasses down on those like little librarian glasses on the tip of the nose
she has
that she can look over.
spectacles.
She kind of walks in with a device under
also has
her.
spectacles.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking teenagers.
Is this
Has
person
like
a
a
bitch?
device kind of carrying under her arm, and she kind of spots Brighton, walks over. Yes, sorry, hang on, let me find her. Yes, Brighton, you called, you said, sorry, are these the people that, yes, Miss Alfhildson, this is, Nifrim Colburn. It sparked a recognition in Jorlaug's eyes, and, she actually mentioned that, they've actually come across a radiant capacitor before. And I thought, with your research, it's like, oh, is that gotta go back to the accent. Oh, is that so? Pleasure to meet you. You can call me Jorlaug, and reaches to shake your hand.
Nice to meet you.
Colburn, I didn't...
Indeed, nice to meet you.
Well, you as well. I didn't know that there were any Colburns here in Midgard
I've
during...
kept a low profile,
Obviously. Hard to do around here.
Yes, I just thought it was time to visit the library.
So, tell you what, come to my office. Let's talk about the radiant capacitor.
All right. I'll go with her.
You're all welcome, Jorlaug. Please, I'll make some tea. And
Lead the way.
she leads you to an office up here, kind of on the balcony, where it's lots of books and shelves, kind of filing cabinets and stuff, decent sized desk, and kind of sits down, lays device down, which you realize as she lays it down looks a lot like Oscar's pad. It's like a sort of portable screen. And she says, closes the door behind you guys and says, what, you came across a radiant capacitor? Is that, what experience do you have with it?
Real quick, I'd like to do a perception check in this room to see if there's any cameras.
Anyone that wants
And
to
I'd
give me
like
perception?
to insight check her.
I will
Go
do
ahead.
it. Rolling it.
Those who
do
partook
perception.
have advantage on perception.
Taking a piece of your
24.
poppycock.
Okay, so
She does hand out tea.
I also got a
30,
24.
Dirty 20. What was that, Cedric?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, not looking around, none of you do see any kind of camera device. Because I know where you're going with this, you don't see any earpiece, either in ear or laying around. You see no signs of many here. And as far as your insight, Marcus,
I got a 19.
19. Genuinely interested. Doesn't seem shady. Seems almost excited because you figure that this is something new. They said this was something new, that Jorlaug was leading the research on it. And so any lead, it makes sense that she'd be like, please, let's talk. I want to know everything you know.
Okay.
I know you've just asked me a question, but I would like to ask you, have you had much experience with the radiant capacitor that you're using here?
Oh, not too much. We came across it a few months ago in some ruins. Someone brought it here and donated it for research because it was causing all sorts of weird things to sort of happen. And we realized that, did you know that they actually exude power
Yes, we've
for
actually
Ymir
discovered that.
technology?
Yes.
Oh, so you, how did you come across one, if I may ask? I mean, I'm just curious.
That's a long story.
Very long story.
Was it in a
about
ruins, or?
About 60 episodes long.
Thereabout.
Well, actually, I don't know if you're familiar with scavies in Muspelheim.
Oh, of course, dear, of course. I'm very familiar. We all are. That's... you ran into them. The
Yes, we
Scabies
did.
had one.
They had one squirreled away, and
Wow.
we took it out of their possession. You said weird things were happening with the radiant capacitor? In what
Yes,
regard?
it would, this was a researcher from that we sent out exploring, finding ruins. They said that whenever they had it around them, sort of old devices would sort of flicker on and off, and like whenever you'd put any sort of Ymir technology near it, it would start sort of flickering or making noise and things like that. Had some intense visions. I
Visions.
think mostly of the gods. Lots of dreams, vivid dreams, and just made them feel uncomfortable. So they thought they would donate it, and we realized, it was activating those devices because it literally exudes power.
Yes, fascinating. Yes, we discovered ours quite at random and noticed similar things. With
I'd
it.
love to. I mean, we don't have to get into it now, but I'd love to hear all the experiences you had. So wait, do you take it? Do you have it on you now?
Oh, not on me, per se.
Roll a deception.
God damn it! Oh, dirty 20. Not terrible.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have kept it. That's highly valuable and very
I still
useful.
own
It turns
it.
out. Oh, okay. It's just not. Okay, I see.
Just
I
not
see. No
on me.
worries. No worries. But I advise. I don't know how much you've experimented with it, but it is very intriguing and powerful. And obviously, it actually powers this facility. The
Yes, it
entire
does.
facility, all from a little device.
In regards to that, as far as people donating technology or things they've found in the ruins, or maybe you've heard whispers, even, have you seen any devices that appeared to be as if they are worn on an arm? Like, just encasing your forearm?
I have come across one, I think, or a researcher did. It wasn't me, but they did mention they weren't able to get it. It was found deep in one of the ruins. It was very broken, but it did seem to be around the skeleton's arm at the time. It
Do you
didn't seem
know-
functional or anything.
Do you know what happened to that device, by any chance?
It was broken, so they just sort of broke it down for parts.
Oh,
Why do you
alright.
ask?
Oh, I've just heard tell of those things around, and Ymir technology is fascinating to me, and it sounded rare.
Absolutely. I'll keep rolling with your deception.
Good. Good. I'm bad at lying.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
very
if we should
interesting.
tell her anything.
I mean, she hasn't given you any reason yet. She just seems very curious and genuinely curious. I'll tell you that.
I trust
From
her.
your-
Alright,
yeah,
so good.
Marcus's insight. This is your log.
What? What's that? Josh, what'd you
What's
say?
your code name again? The
My
name
code
that-
name?
Oh yeah, the name that.
The name that she rang in. I mean, she
Yeah.
told her
Anita.
she was Nephrim. But,
I did tell
yeah,
them I
Anita
was
Dump.
Nifrim.
Oh. I need
Hopefully they don't check the records for that shit.
Reds, welcome in.
raid!
We're at the giant library map
Lucky and
that I've been
Cordy.
building for months, learning some deep lore dumps. So get ready for a hefty
graphics card
dump.
is behaving.
A little
It's not
bit, a little
too
bit,
bad.
a little bit.
Alright,
Ready
so
for a
Thanks for
heavy
joining.
Dump.
Get ready for a heavy lore dump.
Okay, I haven't been completely transparent with you.
Oh,
I would like to find out more about this device, you see, because, and then she's gonna take the wrap off of her arm and show
eyes
her the
light up.
Fregna device.
oh my words! And kind of grabs your arm, like and like inspects it. Is it? It's lit up. Is this functional?
It is functional, and I'm going to kind of pull my arm back and aim at a wall. And I'm gonna press a few buttons and do poison spray, and just like a purple cloud just.
Oh, my words! It
It does
actually,
a few things.
it actually has functions.
It certainly does. And then I'm gonna pull it close to my mouth and hold a button, and I'm gonna whisper a message into her ear. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Cedric.
So I look at Nifrim. Hey, does that connect to anything in here?
Connect.
You should try to like open doors and close doors and stuff and show off.
I don't.
Your log slowly turns to Cedric and says, That's a good point. Wait a sec. I wonder. Would you come with me? I would like to try something. I'd like to show you something and try something.
Okay, please don't try to murder us, because I really don't want to
Absolutely.
hurt you.
No, it's nothing like that. I've been working on something, and what your shirtless friend here says, makes me wonder something.
I feel
Like,
I
have
should
you been
start wearing a
able-
shirt.
Have you been able to, sort of activate Ymir Tech with it?
Yes.
Please come with me, I beg of you.
Ooh, can I go too?
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna come with her.
All right, follow me. And like unbridled excitement, she jumps up from the chair and rushes out the door
Oh God.
and leads you down the stairs hurriedly. She is walking fast, hurriedly
All right.
through
It's a trap.
Faces past and she's homebound.
through the Ymir section,
right.
and down the hallway, the Ymir hallway, and to the last door on the right. And she pulls out her card and taps it on a small pad next to the door, and you hear a boop, and she opens the door with it into a very weird-looking room. As you walk in, you see some Ymir Tech screens, consoles, keyboards, all sorts of tech, just kind of stuffed wherever they fit in this small little alcove in the entrance of this room.
Oh boy.
Which leads into the larger room, which has padded walls that kind of remind you of Naglfar.
Okay.
But the floor here has dim lights and this weird design on the bottom. And you see the room is lit with lights, Ymir lights around the edge. You see, she kind of, come in, please. As you file in, she closes the door behind. This is what I've been working on lately, the newest thing. Well, we've been working on it for a while, but actually the radiant capacitor that we have has allowed us to actually start powering it. It takes a lot of power. Unfortunately, we've still run into some roadblocks. And I wonder if your device can help us.
I'd be willing to help out.
Let me...
Even in exchange for some help with some research.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, if you want us to get your holodeck to work, you will trade these. Yes.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Woo!
Nice.
We
Learn
all
it
have
from
a
the
little
rogue.
bit of rogue. We all have a little bit of rogue in us.
Except for
That was a natural
except
1
Marcus.
and a 16 for a
True.
17.
Oh,
Marcus.
yeah, easy
Except for
peasy.
Marcus.
Says, I think we can sort that out. Yeah, I can speak to Hakon or any of the other chief librarians, and I'm
right.
sure we can, depending on if this works or not, how much we can help out with. But yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Here, let me show you what we got working first.
Nice.
Go ahead and just step into the sort of main room
My
here,
web. Oh, yeah.
and I will
Step
get
into
things
my web.
ready.
Oh shit.
And she starts typing away
I
at the
would.
keyboard, clicking on buttons and stuff. So do you all step into the main sort of room here?
Oh heck yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Actually, come to think of it, though, Marcus did have a little bit of rogue in him last episode. Stab.
A little bit of rogue sword. So.
Oh yeah. To clarify, yes. To clarify, it was the sword.
She does some stuff on the console and then kind of turns and smiles. She says, "Welcome to what I call the Bifleikr."
The what?
I knew you'd laugh at that.
Kiss your mother with that mouth? Excuse me?
So it's Bifleikr, and it's Old Norse for shimmering play. Shout out to Jackson Crawford for translating that for
Can
me.
you spell that one more time?
Bifleikr. Bifleikr.
Nice.
Bifleikr.
Bifleikr. Bifleikr. Our
take us in
prices
here.
have never been lower. Bifleikr.
She kind of grins
barely know
I named it myself. This seems to be some sort of Well, let me just show you. And she goes to turn and then stops and turns back and says, this might be a little disorienting. So, you're fine. You're fine. And no matter what, just know you're still here. Okay, here we go. And turns around and does a little more typing and then taps a button. What happens in this room is the room disappears suddenly.
Ah.
And you find yourself nighttime in a field.
What?
Is this a
Instantly.
Star Trek holodeck?
Sort of like you do when you teleport, where you're one place and instantly you're in the next.
Yeah, I said that before, Josh.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you. I'm
There's
sorry.
lush grass beneath your
That
feet.
tracks. Probably thinking about wearing a
Currently
shirt or
nighttime.
something.
If you reach down, it does kind of feel like grass. It's a little stiff, but you can
Neat.
kind of run your fingers through it. And as you look around, you're outside, nighttime in a sort of tropic setting. Yeah, Gendry?
Can I hide real quick?
Yeah, if you want.
I do.
There's not. You're in the middle of an open meadow.
You're gonna hide in the Bifleikr, man?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Am I going to get this opportunity again? I don't think so. I would like to
There's
hide.
not much places to hide, although looking around. So you're in a tropical area, nighttime, and as you're looking around, you do notice that there's two people on the ground, laying, looking up.
What?
And as you notice that, you look up, and it's nighttime. You see the Hoðring above. But there's something weird about it.
What
First
the
of
fuck?
all, there's a sort of very faint glow emanating from the ring itself. A pale blue. This gives, as you look around, this gives the land a sort of very mild blue light, sort of like moonlight on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But you also notice that it takes up most of the sky, more of the sky than you're used to.
What?
It's usually you can kind of see the edges beyond the ring as it passes over, but it seems to take up a little bit more. And you hear the two people on the ground, two dark-skinned humans, just kind of laying on the ground, like relaxing like this, looking up at the sky next to each other. Their heads kind of almost against each other and kind of laid out in different directions. And one is a fully grown man, and the other a woman child. And you hear the daughter, as you're trying to figure out what is this, you hear the daughter say, "Dad, what does the ring do?"
Yes, Dad.
And the father says, "A lot. It gives us nighttime. It protects us. It powers the world." The daughter says, "Wow, how does it do that?" Father replies, kind of gives a little chuckle. "Well, the panels sells, and then suddenly the scene is gone, and you are back in this room.
Oh my god.
At which point,
Fix it.
Jorlaug turns and says, "Yeah, unfortunately, that's all that one plays.
I'm gonna
it
look at my
doesn't-
Fragna device.
It is normal screen.
There's nothing happening at all?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Sorry, continue.
What the heck was
Just-
that?
It's weird, right? That's why I call it
Memory?
Bifleikr. It's like a shimmering play. It's like a play happening around you.
Beef.
Oh, I think you're mistaken there, friend. It's okay if you don't speak Celestial.
Interesting.
Snap.
So, are there other sort of memories?
There
if you
are.
wanna
We
call it?
found different sorts of. They seem to be some sort of storage device. We found a couple, but we really only got one other working. The others seem to be locked out. Let me show you the other one. I think you'll find it very interesting.
Ooh. Yes.
Wait, didn't we find one? Or no?
What?
We found some weird thing we didn't know what it was.
You found lots of things you don't know what it is. I don't know to which you're referring. She kind of reaches up to one of the devices and pulls out like a sort of card and lays it on the table and takes a similar one and puts it in the same slot. Wait, you gotta get the moisture out. Oh, that should work.
That's how you blew on your cartridges? I do a...
Yeah, see, that'll fuck it up,
That's
man.
probably why yours didn't work, dude. Yeah.
God, yeah.
You fucked your shit up.
This one actually plays all the way through, but it's very short. But you might find this interesting. And kind of slots it in, and she says, "Warning: this one made a couple people puke, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine." All right, here we go.
Close up of Marcus's butt.
She clicks a button, and instantly,
No, you'd like that.
the room changes again. You find yourself in an absolutely blank white void.
Ooh.
And then in the center of the room, kind of in the middle of you as you're all kind of standing around the room, you see floating in the air a spinning symbol that you guys recognize
Valkyr!
as the Valkyr logo.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, Gendry?
Fight music is playing. So should
It's
I like
just
be ready to
exciting
roll,
music. I'll
or-
get there. Calm down.
okay.
I'll get there.
Okay, great.
Are we rolling for initiative or?
Nope.
It's fight music. I've been trained by
So-
video games my whole life, so I.
Right.
As the logo starts spinning in this absolutely white void that seems to go on forever, you hear a man's voice, presumably a man, it's deep, disembodied, come from nowhere. It says, "Valkyr has just turned the tide in the Sunward War." In the scene, the white void starts fading to a tropical land at nighttime. Kind of similar to where you were before, but as you look up this time, you see the ring is glowing like it was before, and here it actually covers the entire sky, which you've never seen before. You cannot see through either side.
What the heck?
And in the distance, you see a very familiar, very frightening image as a Jotun, gargantuan robot, like once stood over the capital city of Jotunfodr, walking in the distance. It's like miles away.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
You can still hear its foot stomps from this distance.
Cedric's PTSD kicks in.
He just starts running. Oh wait, that's
Do you
Marcus.
start running? Does Cedric start running?
I start running to go try
So
to
you
save
start
Buckle.
running, and then into an invisible wall. Luckily, it's padded.
Excellent.
As you hear that same
just sit there,
disembodied voice
cry.
come from nowhere, say, "The new king of physical and electrical warfare. The Devastator will end the rebellion once and for all."
Devastator.
In the distance, you see, near the Jotun, apparently Devastator. You see several flying craft of some kind appear in the distance. You see as you see as they start shooting some sorts of beams, these red beams towards the Jotun, which just dissipate on a shield that kind of shimmers as it gets hit outward from where it strikes, not even touching the Jotun itself. After that, the Jotun, you see this giant beam shoot, very fucking familiar beam, shoot from the front of it, and it just kind of does a sweep across the flyers, and as it hits each, they just you see a few of them as they just disintegrate. You see a few of them kind of roll in air away from the beam, and the remaining ships start dive bombing. As they approach, they start dive bombing in towards the Jotun.
Most Star Wars?
Most of them miss and crash into the ground with an explosion around its feet. A couple of them smash into the Jotun itself, seemingly going through that shield. But as the explosions kind of dissipate, there's no mark, no evidence that it was hurt at all. It seems untouched as it keeps on walking. You hear the voice say, "The rebellion holds no chance of bringing anarchy to these lands as long as the Devastator stands." With that, the scene changes once more, fading to a sort of control room. You're kind of reminded of the Longhouse at Naglfar, how there were those stations, and then one kind of larger one in the central of the room, like the center of the room. You're surrounded by people, each in one of those chairs in front of these desks with consoles at them. They all have like the same sort of outfit on. One that looks super weird. You've never seen anything like it. All of the stations are facing one direction. As you're looking around, you turn to see what they're facing, and there's a giant window. It seems to be a window. Outside the window, you realize that this room stands hundreds of feet high, about as tall as a Jotun. You see a village about half a mile away, and as you look at it, you realize it's almost makeshift. It's steel, but like all sorts of different kinds of material, and it looks hurriedly thrown together. It's not like organized, and it's relatively small, but like about the size of a normal village that would have a Jarl. You hear the same voice say, "And it's not falling any time soon." A woman at a station to the right of you, as you're looking out the window, says, "Charged." The man sitting behind you at the central console calmly says, "Fire." The woman responds, "Fire, affirm," and presses a button. You hear a rumble as you see out the window a giant beam shoots out, a familiar beam, from the Jotun. As it hits the village, a large explosion starts just instantly, starts expanding out, lifting up, forming a mushroom cloud. Soundless. As you watch this explosion build up, you see a transparent ring start spreading out from it immediately. And you hear the woman to the right calmly call out, "Brace!" And you hear a rumble as you see out the window. The room suddenly starts shaking. it's disorienting because the walls and ceiling are moving, but the ground is not. Like, you are not physically moving, but everything around you starts moving. As you guys kind of, your stomachs kind of turn for a moment. And as it starts shaking, you do hear a loud boom. Just as that invisible, like, transparent ring gets to the Jotun.
What the heck?
It rocks your ears and resonates for a bit.
Rocks my world.
As in the distance the explosion dissipates, you see literally nothing left of that village. Just a crater.
Murderers.
The woman to your right calls out, "Target eliminated." The entire room begins to smile and clap calmly as the scene fades back to the white void. And the Valkyr logo fades into the middle of the room again, spinning. And that same voice says, "Law and order is ensured, thanks to Valkyr." As suddenly you're back in the empty room. But that's a story for next time.
What the heck?
Oh
They gotta
my
drop bombs
god.
on us, literally and figuratively.
Told you there'd be a large dump. Lower dump, sorry.
Oh my god, you guys. So many fucking
crap.
questions.
That was a lot.
Questions.
I'm gonna spend so much money paying librarians to answer my fucking questions. Wow,
Oh my god,
zowie.
Viv. God damn it. Okay, fine. But never again. So yeah, lots of questions for next episode. Come prepared with those.
Oh,
We'll
we will.
see what that was all about. Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I hope you guys here enjoyed that as much as I did. Starting to get into the second act, starting to get some info and even more questions. So be sure to stick around, because it's literally the tip of the iceberg, folks.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Thank you so much for joining us. Love you very much. Miss you when I'm not looking at you. And until next time, what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Never again.
Yes, Dad.